from there, began working on the second album, which was entitled Street Dreams. That's where we went back into our game plan of hitting people with the hits and those radio hits. So we came back with Can't Let You Go. And Can't Let You Go was a song that I included Little Mo on again, because Little Mo, I have always had respect for her for putting her foot down and saying that she wanted me on her Superwoman record. We did another joint. We came back with another joint that did really well for us, which was called So Into You. So Into You featured, at the time we recorded, it was a funny thing, at the time we recorded, something was going on with Tamia, so we couldn't use Tamia, so we used Ashanti. When we used time to shoot the video, something was going on with Ashanti, so we came back and used Tamia. But I think all the way around that it worked. You know, people well received both versions, and you know they both have distinctive voices. So some people love the Tamia original voice and version, and certain people love the Ashanti, and that my case was just that, hopefully that they would love both, and they did. So from there we end up having a successful another successful album, and that was my second platinum selling album, Ghetto Fabulous being the first and Street Dreams being the second. From there we took a little time coming into the next album, which would be Real Talk. So what I wanted to lead out with on this next album was something that that broke the mold a little bit with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody at that point had started doing those kind of radio records or the club records, or when the game was shifting a little south, so people were doing like these south records also. So what I did was go in with Just Blaze and come up with a song called Breathe. And the thing about Breathe was that it was like to me, it was like a classic hip-hop feel. I thought it was dope. And one funny story about Breathe was that at first, when he first gave me the record, it never was saying breathe. It was just going, ee! And I thought it was saying breathe. So I wrote this whole song around it saying breathe. And then I came in to Just, and he was like, yo, it's not saying breathe. And I was like, oh, and then he's like, don't worry, I can make it say breathe, though. So he just made it say breathe. And it was not a little bit of time. I actually maybe 2 years between my next project, which was From Nothing to Something. And it was a patient project, though. I liked it because I got time to really put in records that I wanted to do. I got to work with people that I really wanted to work with. I got to develop a sound that I think best described me, rather than me just going out and making radio-friendly records. So we took some time. We switched over from Warner Atlantic to Def Jam Records. So we came over to Def Jam. It was a great feel, you know what I'm saying? There's young blood up there. There's young blood mixed with guys who know the industry and know the game and know how things work. You know, we had everybody from L.A. Reid to Jay-Z to you know, some of the best executives in the game. So we went into working on From Nothing to Something. We had a bunch of records. We had a nice cut album, but we were still looking for a few last minute touches to the album, a big first single. So what we did was we threw out Diamonds, which was a record. It was more like a southern feel. By this time, a lot of people were saying that the game had completely shifted to a southern feel. So what I wanted to do was throw out a record to warm up the South, because I hadn't been out in maybe 2 years, and I think East-wise and maybe West Coast-wise, you know, they already know who I am, and I built the fan base in both of those coasts. But I think in the South, I was still a little bit light, so what we did was throw out Diamonds. Diamonds ended up being a big record in the South, and you know, people loved it. It was actually 2 versions, too. There was one with Lil Wayne that we had did, and I think we either had some clearance issues or he was on too many records at the time. So then we ended up putting my homie Young Jeezy on the record, and both was dope records. We put them out there, and the great thing about it was the Lil Wayne thing leaked, of course, like every Lil Wayne record, and it got out there, and people were playing that one and playing the Young Jeezy one as well. Did what we did with that record. We had finally found a record that we felt could be the official first single, which was Make Me Better. And the record was brought to me by Jay-Z and Tata, and they came to me with this record, and it had Neo on it, and it was like, yo, the record was for Jay, but it was really not his per se record. You know, he figured that he could hear me better on it. Like, so I knew from there, like, this should be our official first single. So we threw that out there, and we got like instant response from everybody. Like, they were loving the record, ladies were loving the record. What the record symbolized was dope, because it was saying, it was like a dude telling a girl, like, yo, you know what I mean, I'm good, I'm great, I'm a boss, I'm fly, but baby, you make me better. So it was like giving yourself a compliment and complimenting a lady at the same time, and I think ladies love compliments. So that's one reason that the record did extremely well. We rolled that record out pretty much through the whole summer, because it had such long legs that we were trying to wait till it actually slowed down before we introduced the next record. So, you know, that leads up to where I'm at now. After that project closed, we had another gold project, so we had 2 platinums and 2 gold projects, and now I am working on my 5th project, which is titled Loso's Way, and you know, I'm in the studio cooking that up right now, and you know, and Def Jam is on my back, wanting me to get it to him, and I'm just taking my time, making sure I get the best records. You know, like I said, I always want to put out quality material. You know, it's been a ride, so I'm just gonna keep riding till the wheels fall off. Yeah, it's the kid Loso, in case you ain't know so. That's right, Fabolous, letting you know you're rocking with the kid Tim Westwood, a.k.a. Hot Forever. That's right, forever. Ever.
YouTube.com/Tim Westwood TV.